And we are recording. We're not recording over anything. That's always good.
Yeah. We're not fucking it up.
Because we have been prone to fuck things up every now and again.
We've only lost one episode, 2 episodes.
2 episodes. We lost Love and
Monsters,
and then Innocent Blood.
That's right.
Which we recovered. We did something with.
Yeah, that we at least recorded an episode. Lost the best episode we ever recorded ever.
Comedy gold, man.
It was an instant classic.
It's a shame. Anyway, today we are here to talk Evil Dead. The first in the Evil Dead series, leading into, Evil Dead 2.
Dare I say, the best.
That is a very strong argument. I mean, honestly, before today, if I were presented with that question, Evil Dead 2, obviously. Mm-hmm. I don't know about that anymore.
Yeah.
This is a really, really, really solid horror movie.
Oh, I love this eye scene.
Oh. Whoa.
Clonk. It's great. We're still watching the movie, by the way.
Oh, that's so nasty.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 1981 horror classic. Directed by Sam Raimi, starring Bruce Campbell.
All the Raimi players.
Yeah. Just a solid horror movie. And doesn't have the comedy that would kind of infuse the franchise in later iterations.
Yep. No, just straight horror.
And we didn't really mention this in the episode, but one of the few good remakes. Not remakes, but reboots. Because it doesn't have Ash shows up in that.
No.
I want to say like in a post-credit scene.
I don't think so.
He has a credit in IMDb for it.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe I never stayed after the credits.
Yeah. Either way, regardless, still a good movie. The remake, 2013.
Oh yeah, super great. Grisly as shit. Very much.
Yeah.
In the realm of what this was.
Yeah. Like again, before today, if you asked me about that movie, I'm like, I liked it. Tonally, it's different from the other movies, but it is not. It is 100% in line with this movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, check out this one and check out the remake.
Yep. Check out all of them.
Yeah, do the whole series. They're good. They're good. But anyway, hope you enjoy it. Here we go. It's Big Dumb Monsters, and we are talking about The Evil Dead.
Enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in our upgraded Big Dumb podcast studio with a not at all extravagant and unnecessary third monitor.
No, it's totally necessary. Not completely extra at all.
Yeah, it only took us an hour's worth of fucking work and doing shit to get it set up.
We got it.
Yeah, we're good.
But anybody that has seen pictures of the studio before maybe have seen we have 2 monitors on the wall, and then we were watching the movie on a tablet, on a swing arm. We have now gotten rid of the tablet and moved on to a 27-inch curved monitor?
27-inch curved monitor, yeah, all fancy and shit.
Yeah. To watch movies that were filmed on potato camera.
Yeah. To watch movies that like don't clear like a 50% on fucking Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Whatever. Thank you, Prime Day.
Fuck yeah. Optimus Prime. Mm-hmm. Laying it down for everybody.
He died for our sins,
Then we turned it into a holiday.
Yeah.
Goddamn capitalism.
Fucking, just all the meetings gone. Anyway, now that we're done patting ourselves in the back, just want to make sure my mic isn't gonna come flying off the table at some point.
Again?
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking Evil Dead today. The original The Evil Dead.
Yes.
Not the 2013 remake.
Which was very good.
Yeah. Fucking solid movie in its own right. But this is the where it all began. The Evil Dead 2, your Army of Darkness, all springing from this.
Yeah. This is like the gold standard for an independent horror movie.
Yeah. Excuse me. I will say I am much more familiar with the franchise starting at number 2 and on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think this is maybe only like the third or fourth time I've seen this movie.
That's wild.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I did not realize how much more of a straight horror movie this is than the other
it's a completely straight horror movie.
Yeah, it's totally so much different than Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. And
Yep.
Even the series, like the series is also straight comedy at that point.
Yeah, they really went like full ham on it.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I watched the whole thing.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. I like this one.
Yeah, I really, really like this movie. It is goddamn terrifying.
Yeah, I've got a couple of complaints, but
yeah, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
But just with the slapstick elements removed, it is so much more effective of a horror
absolutely.
property. I think
It's so dark.
Yeah, especially at this point. I mean, again, once you get to Evil Dead 2, you're familiar. Well, even then, I mean, you're still getting introduced to the goofiness of it.
Two had that's kind of the way it was. It ramped up the goofy comedy with every release.
Yeah. So we're conditioned to having that be like a major part of the franchise, basically.
Well, yeah, you associate the character of Ash with the Three Stooges-esque kind of shit.
But if you haven't seen the other movies, if you're going into this fresh, you're just like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? It's so crazy, it's so violent, and like you said, it's so dark.
Yeah.
Because he's literally there's no way, once you're possessed, they even say there's no way you're already dead at that point. The only way out of it is to dismember the person, and he spends this movie chopping up his sister and his girlfriend, and his best friend.
No, that's part of the voyage with this movie. It's yes, it's a scary cabin movie, but it's so much more than that because you're watching Ash basically lose everybody that he likes or loves, one person at a time.
Yeah.
And then he's got to be the one to do it.
And there's no rhyme or reason to how you get possessed or infected. He gets the shit kicked out of him. He gets stabbed multiple times, never infected, but his girlfriend gets stabbed in the foot with that needle once, with a screwdriver, I think. Pencil, that's what it was.
Yep.
And she's infected, immediately.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's just no rhyme or reason to it. And it's just insanity. This I could see a little bit more of a Lovecraft element in this one than the others.
Yeah. A little bit. There's definitely the madness or eldritch horror kind of vibe to it. And
I guess that's where he was kind of going with the slapsticky goofiness of it, because it is madness. It's him going crazy.
Yeah.
It's Ash it's I just said, it's Ash literally going insane.
Yeah.
At that point.
I've seen theories that the demonic stuff was all in his head, and then he's he has snapped.
I like that. That's kind of a major part of the series too.
Yeah.
That everybody in his hometown who knew him thinks he's a fucking murderer.
Yeah.
They just think he killed all these people and he's making all this stuff up.
Right.
I did like that little aspect of it in the series.
It's a fun twist. Could it be that? Yeah, sure, it could be. Or it could be as straight as he's filming it. It could be demonic possession and all this stuff. The further it goes into the series, the fucking crazier it gets.
Yeah.
So I mean, it might be either way. You never really know. I like to think it's actual demonic possession. It's just a little more fun.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy imagining the things and then he's actually just crazy and killing people. It's kind of played out in 1979 when they were filming this. That wasn't really the case, but
yeah, in the past 40 years, it's become a trope.
Yeah, they've beaten that to death. By the way, if our voices sound funny or anything, we're trying out some new stuff on the
We have
microphones.
an extra windsock on the microphone.
Yeah, maybe cut down on some of the noise.
Yeah, sounds good in the headset anyway. We should also say tonight we are drinking
Everything.
We have Northway Brewing Company's Harvest Series Apple Pie Ale, which is pretty good. It's not very apple pie-y, it just tastes like beer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe like a little bit in the back end?
Yeah, like
Nothing?
I had a piece of pie earlier, and
Oh, yeah.
now I'm washing it down with some beer.
Okay. I have a Brown's Brewing Company. Not all, but most of their beer is just fucking delicious.
Pretty reliable go-to.
Hell's Rebuke. It's got some...
Cool, like Raven.
I think these are ravens on it. Hell was a Greek goddess?
Yes, because you have the Hellespont, which was like the plains in Greece.
Yeah.
And I like... Oh, yeah. Party fell.
Yeah.
Podcast fell. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm also talking out of my ass.
Yeah, sure. It's whatever.
Yeah. I took
It's a tasty beer.
I got really into like Greek and Roman history when I was in college. I took a lot of like classes on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Played a lot of God of War, didn't you?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite classes was I forget, maybe it was like my junior year. It was like 8 a.m. on Friday mornings, which sounds it sounds like a hellish time. It wasn't, because the class was like we were just looking at like Greek and like Roman art, basically. So like we just sit there and like we'd look at slides and like the professor would explain. So like go in the morning and like enjoy ourselves before class, and then just go look at art. And we were done by like 9:30 in the morning. Just day's over with. I'm going home.
Yeah,
getting some breakfast on the way, and I'm going back to fucking sleep.
Like a drinking to do later.
Yeah. How did we get into this fucking... Oh, we were talking about
beer?
Yeah.
Just talking about beer?
Yeah. We also have a fridge just stocked from the past couple of weeks.
Jam-packed.
Our membership to the club is fully renewed.
Yeah. As you heard last week, I bought a 12-pack of Utica Club in bottles.
Classy.
There's still a few of those left. And we hear motorcycles racing on the highway.
Yeah, it's standard for here for Friday or Saturday night in the summertime.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We're watching this on Pluto with commercials.
Yeah, that was kind of annoying.
Yeah. Because I didn't want to rent it because I own it, but I didn't want to dig it out of the binder.
This also was on HBO Max up until like a couple of months ago.
Was it?
Yeah, both of them. Well, I think all of the movies were.
We have a bad habit of like picking movies to watch shortly before.
Just after they become unavailable.
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking, a couple weeks ago when you were here, we started watching Loudermilk.
Yeah.
On IFC, and the exact day I finished season 2, seasons 1 and 2 went off of Amazon.
Really?
Yeah. I just finished season 3 today, just to like make sure I get it in.
Isn't it so good?
Holy shit, it's so good. It's funny, but also like it's heart-wrenching, man.
Yeah.
Those last 2 episodes, Brian Regan deserves like an Emmy or something.
Yeah, he does.
Because like he's just been like the goofy side character the whole time.
Yeah.
And the last 2 episodes, like his story arc is so gut-wrenching. And
Yeah, with his daughter.
Yeah. Like he just wants to be a good dad, and he just fucks it all up.
Yeah.
Like when I was watching it, I'm out loud saying like, because he's at this party with his daughter, and like he just goes to the bar and like gets a double vodka and like goes into the bathroom. And I'm like, just dump it in the toilet. Like I'm out loud saying it. I'm like, don't do it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
all the work you put in.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh my god, that was so like just really like heart wrenching.
Yeah.
Just, holy crap.
I cannot recommend that show enough.
And like when he goes back to the group, he's like, this is bullshit. Like, we just sit here and like it's the same thing over and over. I still fuck up, and like I don't change. Like it was just, oh man, it was so good.
Yeah.
And like Brian Regan, like of all people, like if you're familiar with his comedy, he's like a very like goofy, like very clean comic. He's a fantastic comic. He's hilarious. But not like somebody you would expect to put in like a serious like performance like that.
Yeah. He's Gaffigan-esque, I guess.
Yeah. He doesn't swear at all. He's completely clean, which is weird because in the show he says fuck like all the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Man, that show's so good. I need
eyes were stinging from trying not to cry. Like,
yeah, dude.
When he was like going off on Loudermilk.
I need more of that show.
Yeah, I was reading what they like. They're sounds like they're down to make it. They just need a place to make it. Like,
yeah, because IFC is done with it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Bullshit.
All the shows I like, they never finish well.
Anyway, back to the Evil Dead. This is not the Morbius episode. We're just going to keep looking for reasons to not talk about the movie.
My God. Yeah. No, this movie fucking rocks.
Yeah. This is the opposite of Morbius. This is an actual enjoyable.
Watchable. Yeah, it's movie. Good. I want to watch this again and again. As a matter of fact, I've made a point to watch this again and again over the past, I don't know. Oh, when was the first time I saw this movie?
Yeah, the first time I saw this is easily like 20-something years ago. Like, it's been a long time.
Yeah. I want to say I saw Evil Dead 2 first.
Yeah, same here.
My dad had rented it.
I saw Evil Dead 2 for the first time. I think I was like 18 or 19. I was in college.
I was younger than that.
Midnight movie.
Oh, you bastard.
It was perfect, man. Yeah. Perfect midnight movie.
It really is.
Spectrum.
Fuck. No, my dad had rented Evil Dead 2. And we would watch horror movies and shit together, and he was like, This one's gnarly.
You're ready for this one.
Yeah. I was like, all right. He's like, this might scare the shit out of you. It's like,
Bring it on.
Yeah. And 2, while goofy, still scary as shit.
Yeah.
Like, not to the levels of this.
Yeah. This one is just purely terrifying, man.
Yeah.
Like, again, especially if you're not familiar with the rest of the series. Like, if this is your first exposure, like...
Yeah. No, can you imagine, like... There are no other Evil Dead movies. It's 1980, one?
Yeah, when this comes out.
You go to the theater and see this fucking thing?
Like, my mind would have been blown.
Yeah.
Like, holy fuck.
Like, I could look past...
I'm going to stop swearing so much. Stop saying fuck.
Whatever. We're adults. I could look past some of the janky special effects, like the makeup stuff.
I mean, it's an independent movie. I can forgive all of that. The story is so good that I can forgive all of that.
They made this movie for $350,000.
Wow.
So, I mean, well, to you and me, that's a shitload of money. To a filmmaker,
it's not a lot at all.
It's really not.
I remember I think they've since cleaned it up. This is like a newer version. But you used to be able to see, like, in some of the scenes, like...
Oh, the fishing wire?
Well, like, because they built this set in, like, a gymnasium. So, like, you can see... I thought it was in, like, a gymnasium, because you could see, like, the gym fucking...
Not this one.
Oh, okay.
This
wherever they built it...
Like, they filmed this in 3 locations. We'll get to that in the trivia.
Okay. Well, wherever it was built, you could see, like, that it was a set, and, like, the set stopped at one point, and, like, whatever was behind it, like, you could... for some reason, I thought it was, like, bleachers you could see behind it.
Oh, no. Yeah, not this one.
Okay.
Maybe the second one.
No, it's this one I remember.
No.
Yeah.
Because they...
I just figured gymnasium. I fully admit I am wrong on that.
There's one place where they filmed that you might be getting some kind of vibe like that. But yeah, this is mostly filmed in a cabin. Like,
really?
Yeah, in Tennessee, yeah.
Huh. Because I could have sworn they said, like, there are scenes. I remember even seeing the scenes, and they stopped it and, like, circled it. Like, here's where the set stops. You can see the rafters or whatever.
Like, in the basement, because the cabin they were in didn't have a basement. So the basement...
So maybe that's when it was.
The basement was a different set, and then this back room that he goes into was a third set.
Okay. So, yeah, it must have been something from there then.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I having seen this movie before, I was still so impressed with it today. Like, I watched it last night.
There are certain things that this movie was 100% innovative on, like certain camera techniques.
Yeah, like the Raimi cam. Basically.
Raimi cam, yeah. Filming shit in reverse to give it that like floaty, dreamy thing. Like that had been done before, but like he does it throughout this movie, like constantly. And pretty much all of his movies.
I mean, yeah, you could see there's camera shots, there's techniques, there's things in here that were just in Doctor Strange, like a month ago, 2 months ago.
Yep. Like, they didn't have dollies or anything for the camera, so they would, like, strap them to 2x4s and carry them. I want to say there was a scene where they actually dug, like, a trench because they wanted the camera so low.
Down low, yeah.
That they were doing shit like that. Real shotgun, by the way.
Jesus.
I read Bruce Campbell's, well, both of his books actually. But If Chins Could Kill: Confessions of a B-movie Actor, a long time ago, and he goes into depth on the filming of this.
Yeah.
And they beat the ever-loving shit out of him. Like, like they were their own stunt people. Like they didn't have money to hire anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they were working on a lot of their own stuff.
Yeah, like in the credits, in the IMDb credits, a lot of these people were not necessarily actors, but like were like stagehands and stuff that were just happened to be working on this.
Yep. Yeah, it was all like, I'm pretty sure most of the people that were in this were all just friends.
Yeah.
And then all the crew was people they would either hire because they knew them, or it was somebody that they knew them. Yeah.
The Hills Have Eyes poster in the background.
Yeah. We'll get into why that's there later.
I met that dude at a con once. The bald dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nice guy.
Poor bastard. Missing a bunch of fingers. Shit skin. Man, I love this fucking movie. It's just a mood. Like, it's... And it's... we talked about it before. Like, when this movie is ideal to watch. Late night.
Yeah.
House is quiet. Lights are off.
This is, like... I don't do this so much anymore just because I watch, like... With this podcast, we just watch horror movies all the time now.
Yeah.
But, like, it used to be, like, once the weather started getting fallish... Like, maybe, like, mid-September, like, every Friday or Saturday night, I would just, like, okay, I'm just watching horror movies. Like,
yeah.
Just go through every weekend.
You've just described my entire life. Like, it's like
now it's just...
It's not seasonal. It's not seasonal for me. It's never been seasonal.
But there's just something about that time of the year. Like, it just makes it even better,
Well, because it fits. Like, there's...
Yeah. And then this would be one of, like, they're perfect for that time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is October night, like...
Yeah. Nice, cool, like, fall night. Even if you have, like, an outdoor, like, movie setup, like a screen.
Yep.
Fucking perfect. Get a fire going.
Yeah. Window cracked
Yep.
if you're inside. Just get that chill breeze.
Yeah.
It's money.
Bruce Campbell's unibrow in this movie is, like, level 9.
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty righteous.
There's a couple of close-ups of his eyes, and, like, you just see that unibrow, like, going right across.
Like, God damn. This is like what he's gained in like depth these days. He has lost in length. Yeah, that thing's gnarly. You'd figure Sam Raimi would have been like, well, they're just like a little bit. Yeah. Just a little bit.
It's one pass with a fucking razor, man. You're all good.
Of course, it's what, 1980, 79, 80 when they're filming it. So I guess nobody really gave a shit. Yeah, I don't know. The pacing is good.
Yeah.
The makeup is good.
For what it is, it's awesome.
Yeah.
For a cheap, like, on just shoestring budget indie movie, like.
Yeah, you could tell that they didn't have a whole lot of takes in the makeup because, like, there's certain scenes where, like, fingers are coming through the latex prosthetics and stuff. It's like, all right, I guess I can let that slide. It's, they're on shoestring budget and probably a time crunch. Whatever. It gets the vibe.
Another thing I noticed with this one, like, in keeping with, like, the more, like, comedic aspects of the later movies, like, when, like, the Deadites are screaming in this one, they're not, like, screaming goofy, like, I want to eat your soul, like, things like that. When Ash is killing, I think it's his girlfriend, or maybe I think he's killing Cheryl, his sister.
Yeah.
The fucking Deadite is just screaming, "But you love her! But you love her!" Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. It's bad. It's a fucking head trip.
Yeah. God damn it, commercial.
Pluto.
Oh man.
Yeah. No. There's a little bit of goofiness in the characters, but not the story.
Yeah.
So like Bruce Campbell can joke around a little bit with the other characters. That's like normal shit.
Yeah. Once he goes into the basement, like after everybody starts dying, there's that one scene where he's by himself, and you can kind of see like where the future movies are going to go with that in terms of the theme. Like, that's when he sees, like, shit kind of just like the record player moving on its own. And,
Yeah.
That's not quite comedy, but, like, you can see that's the roots of what's to come in the next movie and the movie after that.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of setup. I don't know if they intentionally made sequels, like with sequels in mind while they were making this.
I don't think so.
I don't
just
think so
because,
either.
like, there's Evil Dead 2 is almost a remake of this movie.
It kind of is. Like, they limit the amount of characters. They goof it up a little bit. But the general story is exactly the same.
Even, like, going down to the basement was, like, a thing in that one. Like, it's just all, very similar. But, again, they're so thematically different that... Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely understand why there's two movies.
Yeah. And it's almost like... It's almost like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where the first one was like a dead serious horror movie, and then the second one was just like a fucking slapstick weird-ass comedy.
Yeah.
And while they don't tell the same story in that, like, it's that drastic. Like, it's,
just tonal shift.
Yeah. And then Army of Darkness is just amazing. This is the dumbest fucking movie.
Let's get the hell out of here!
I just set up yours, baby.
People getting punched by skeletons, and the skeletons just like... You can see they had like a stiff arm, and somebody threw it from off camera like at the person.
Oh my god, the skeletons were so good. I may have seen Army of Darkness more than all the other ones, but it's pretty close because I've seen all three of them a lot.
Yeah, it's probably Army of Darkness might be the one I've seen the most also.
Yeah,
because that was
it was on TV all the time.
Most.
It was on Comedy Central constantly.
It was on Comedy Central and Sci-Fi. Yeah, so it was on all, and plus like when we were like in high school and college, like that was just one of those movies we'd throw on. Like one of us always had the VHS of it. Like we just throw it on. Oh man, I love this unibrow.
Yeah,
this is one of those close-up scenes. They'll show it again. Yeah, they do show it again.
Yeah. A bunch of times.
She's reaching for like the necklace. So
he's kind of teasing her.
He's pretending he's sleeping.
Look at that thing.
It's long enough to be curly. Like, dude, do something.
It's a fucking caterpillar, man. Why does his hands look dirty?
Yeah.
Like, they look filthy through this whole movie. Did you notice that?
You're right. Oh, man.
Is that like a thing? Like, to give somebody a magnifying glass?
Yeah,
was that like a common piece of jewelry back in the day?
Not to my knowledge, unless like it's some specific thing to an interest of hers. Like, I don't know. Almost looks like a jeweler's loop, but I don't know if that's what it is.
Yeah, it kind of does. But it's very ornate.
It looks like a fancy monocle.
Yeah. Now, didn't he give his girlfriend that same necklace in the second one?
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen it. But again, they're basically the same movie, so it wouldn't surprise me.
I just know I always got freaked out by the dancing scene that she did.
Yes,
with no fucking head.
Yeah. That is a freaky scene.
Yeah. God damn, Sam Raimi. Yeah, he did so much cool camera work. All the demonic POV stuff and oh man.
Yeah, this like shot from outside the cabin.
Did not like the gratuitous rape scene.
That was very uncomfortable.
It was a little much.
I don't remember being that uncomfortable with it in the past, but I was officially put off by it this time.
Yeah.
The tree rape scene.
Yeah. Not good.
A bit much.
I don't really like watching any kind of rape scenes in anything. Like, there was a whole genre of movie dedicated to it.
Like, I Spit on Your Grave.
Yeah. Which I've seen more than once, but
Yeah, I think I've seen it once, and I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I owned it on DVD, because that was back when I was like, I'm going to try to find the most fucked up movies that I can possibly find, and then watch them with other people.
Oh man. Should we throw some ratings on this? It's almost been a half an hour.
All right. Yeah, this is probably going to get the 2 rating scale, though.
Yeah. Go for it. Start us off.
All right. So, realistic, judge it as a movie. It's like a 5.5.
Yeah. Donner just heard his friends across the street. Mm-hmm. Yeah, buddy, we know.
It's like, you remember those old movies where kids would have flashlights and do Morse code?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah. Like in terms of a movie, like it's low budget independent movie. So it's got you could see the seams here and there. Like
Yeah. The acting's not great.
Yeah. It is what it is. You know, that doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It's an enjoyable movie. I would say I was going to go probably a little bit higher. I'd probably give it a 6, but just because I would grade it higher just because again it's an indie movie. Like I'll cut you some slack on that.
Yeah.
Horror movie though, I'm gonna go with like an 8. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't even
8. I was thinking 8.5.
Yeah. I'm like, am I going low on that? Like.
Yeah.
I think I could meet you on that 8.5. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
because
it's got the mood, man.
It's intensely just terrifying.
Yeah.
Again, if you're like, I think it's watered down. Again, I've been saying this. It's watered down if you're familiar with the later movies. The shock value isn't going to hit you as much.
Yeah.
But if you're going into this fresh, like I know I would just be like on the edge of my seat, like what is happening?
Yeah. I love the blood and guts and gore and stuff like that. Like I love it. But this movie is really excellent in the way that it starts. And it's not really a slow burn, but it's got that pacing. Like the pacing is deliberate.
Yeah.
Like it starts off, normal. Everybody's in the car having a fun road trip. They get to the cabin.
Oh, here's the tree scene.
Yeah, they get to the cabin and things are maybe a little weird. And then they get a little weirder, and it winds up snowballing. So it starts.
Then like something crazy happens, but then like it's calm for a little bit.
Yeah.
Until like it just keeps building until it's just all out craziness.
Yeah, all hell breaks loose, like literally.
Yeah.
And it's just once it goes off the rails, you're in for a ride.
Yeah.
Goddamn trees.
Yeah. Oh, this is a really uncomfortable scene.
Yeah. I don't like it.
No, sir. I don't like it.
Thanks, Mr. Horse.
Yeah. But yeah.
No, it's just a good, fun throwback horror movie. Like it really.
Yeah, if you're just looking for a good, like just standard horror movie that's really going to get it, get under your skin.
Yeah.
This is it.
Like so many movies rip this movie off, and it's absurd.
Yeah.
And this is just like, it's the progenitor of the crazy independent, let's do as much as we can get away with horror movie.
Yeah.
Like there were absolutely amazing independent horror movies. Like Night of the Living Dead was amazing.
Yeah.
Independent horror movie. Shoestring budget. Everybody's doing their best. Groundbreaking movie. Like I would put this in that same league.
For sure. This is 10 years after that. That's insane. That was 1969? Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe like 11 with filming,
Yeah, it's in the ballpark of that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, these guys probably went and saw that in a theater somewhere, like when it was new.
Yeah. I remember my dad telling me he saw that on a date, and the girl wanted to go eat afterwards. I was like, are you fucking crazy? I was like, I don't want to eat anything. Like,
That's hilarious. Movies don't really do that for me. Like,
yeah,
like I can watch the most like nasty, gory shit and eat while I'm watching it. Like,
yeah.
I don't care. I know it's fake. Like nothing really turns my stomach like that, visually anyway, unless it's. Well, it's probably the most intense fucking movie I ever saw was The Girl Next Door. I think it was like a true story made into a movie about this crazy lady who was fostering this girl and her sister, and basically she wound up like torturing her and bringing in neighbor kids to help torture her, and like it's just like burned her and cut her and beat her, and they wound up raping her, and like that movie was rough. That was a bad watch. I'll never watch that again. And there's very few things that I'll say that in terms of like content. Quality wise, yeah, you can go fuck yourself on a ton of movies, but
the Joker movie had that effect on me. The first time I saw it, I'm like, I need a couple of days, like, with this. Like,
yeah,
it put me off for like a couple of, not that I didn't enjoy it.
You just had to let it marinate.
Yeah, it just really fucking disturbed me. Like,
I still haven't seen it. I'm just afraid to watch it because like it's got all this hype and like I don't know, like the like I'm trying to think of the particular culture that kind of took over that character. Like it's just like the edge lord, like fucking.
It is surprisingly a like substantive movie.
Yeah,
there is substance to it. It's not just like playing to edgelords and like it's a really good movie. A really, really good. It's very much in the vein of Taxi Driver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if there's one movie that's a huge influence, it's Taxi Driver.
Okay.
I think you would like it.
All right.
And it's not a superhero movie by any means. It's not like a comic book movie. It is.
No, it's supposed to be like, if I had to guess, it's like the real darkness that would turn somebody into the Joker.
Bingo.
Yeah.
And like just the climax of the movie it's just really like disturbed me.
Yeah.
Mostly I think it's because like I'm surprised it's something that hasn't happened yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Okay. Are you ready to move on to trivia?
Yeah. Donner certainly is.
Not to bother you with trivia.
I used to think they were kind of trivial. Okay. Let's read some of this trivia here. The cabin used as the film's set was also lodging for the 13 crew members, with several people sleeping in the same room. Living conditions were terrible, and the crew frequently argued. The cabin didn't have plumbing, so the actors went days without showering, which is probably why his hands were filthy through this whole fucking movie, and fell ill frequently in the freezing weather. By the end of production, they were burning furniture to stay warm.
Jesus.
Like, that's how dedicated they were to making this fucking movie, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do that for anything.
Like, what can we set on fire to stay warm right now?
Yeah, you basically turn into hobos while making a movie. No, thank you. The original script called for all the characters to be smoking marijuana when they were first listening to the tape. The actors decided to try this for real, and the entire scene had to be later reshot due to their uncontrollable behavior.
Time and a place, folks. Time and a place.
Yep. That's why Cheech and Chong never actually smoked real weed on film.
Yeah. I was listening to an interview with them today where they talked about that.
Yeah.
So they tried it once and like it just did not work. They tried it for a concert.
Oh yeah.
And like it was the worst show we ever did.
Yeah. You got to have some kind of focus. You know, it's like whatever, man. Bruce Campbell put up his family's property in northern Michigan as collateral so that Sam Raimi not only could finish the film, but also blow it up to 35 millimeter film, which was required for a theatrical release. Raimi was so grateful for this financial contribution, he credited him as co-producer.
Oh, all right.
That's a friend. Well, I guess he also had some skin in the game, but yeah, I don't know that I would do that for any of you fuckers.
You only getting 10 grand.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's got to be a damn good movie.
Yeah. The blood is a combination of Caro syrup, non-dairy creamer, and red food coloring, which is a pretty classic mixture.
Yeah.
Usually maybe a couple drops of green in with the red, but whatever. At one point, Bruce Campbell's shirt that he wears in the film was so saturated with the fake blood that after drying it by the fire, the shirt became solidified and broke when he tried to put it on. I hope you got another one, bud.
Like some of your socks out there. We know what you guys are up to. We know what you're up to.
Yeah. Use it once, put it in the laundry.
Yeah. Put it in the middle of the basket so nobody notices it.
Gross. The film's first cut ran around 117 minutes, which Bruce Campbell called an impressive achievement in light of the 65-minute script. The 65-minute length of the screenplay. So I guess they can kind of estimate.
Yeah. Well,
based
yeah,
on the
usually,
screenplay?
like, depending on how many pages the script is. Like,
Yeah, and how wordy.
Yeah. I mean, like, he probably just filled in that time with, like, moody, like, shots and...
Yeah. Well, there's a little to it.
All right.
Here.
I'd say it paid off, like...
Yeah, well, it was then edited down to a more marketable 85 minutes. The original version would focus on the terror that is present, but also the tragedy of Ash slowly losing his friends and the guilt of not being able to save them, which I'd love to see more of that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it cuts down on the flow of it, but I think it'd be cool.
Maybe it's the slapsticky stuff that, like, is in the later stuff. They just had to cut out of this one because it wasn't working.
Maybe, but I mean, it says it focuses more on the guilt and shit like that.
Yeah, but it could be more of him, like, going crazy, like, you know.
Yeah.
More like the insanity angle.
Yeah, that
But
could be it.
We're just speculating.
Yeah. Let's see here. Sam Raimi originally wanted this film to be titled Book of the Dead, but producer Irvin Shapiro changed the title to The Evil Dead for fear that kids would be turned off seeing a movie with a literary reference. Finger on the pulse.
Book, man.
Finger on the pulse.
Yeah. Holy Lord.
Although Evil Dead is a fun title, Book of the Dead, way more fitting.
Yeah, I mean, Evil Dead is like, I don't want to say it's unwieldy, but
It sounds campy.
Yeah. It's just a weird, like, Book of the Dead is something you're like, okay, yeah, fine. Like, The Evil Dead, like, all right,
Yeah.
whatever. If something's dead and attacking me, I'm going to assume it's evil anyway.
Yeah, Evil Dead has more, like, punch.
Yeah.
Book of the Dead is just more relevant. Most of the demon POVs that glide across the ground were shot by mounting a camera to 2x4s while Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell ran along holding either side. Let's see. Yeah, I can't imagine having to run through the woods at night holding a 2x4 that's got a camera mounted on it, because those fucking things are not light.
Yeah. Yeah, and, like, the awkwardness of, like, trying to run with this thing that you're, doing everything you can to not drop.
Yeah.
Because it's expensive, and it's like they have spare cameras around.
Yeah. While staying in sync with the guy across from you.
And you're running through the forest at night. Which,
Yeah.
There's roots on the ground, there's branches, there's,
It's hillbillies.
Yeah, drunk hillbillies.
Yeah, this is Tennessee.
Exploding stills.
At the premiere screenings of The Evil Dead, blood donor stations were giving free tickets to the movie, along with pin badges stating "I bled for The Evil Dead" to blood donors. I think we need to get one of those pins. Let's see if we can find one on eBay.
Yeah.
Probably ridiculously expensive. Robert Tappert joked in an interview that this was their way of giving the blood back to the community after so much fake blood was used in filming.
All right.
Here's a fun fact for you. Joel Cohen was an assistant editor on this film. This was one of his earliest professional jobs, and he and his brother Ethan Cohen would produce and make the film Blood Simple 3 years later, 3 years after the release of this film. And in preparing to get funding for this film, the Coens enlisted the help of friends Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi to help out, and they happily did so.
Huh. That's a pretty solid movie, too, Blood Simple.
I haven't seen it. I know it's got a reputation for being really good.
I want to say I saw that at a midnight movie also.
Yeah?
I don't know if it was a midnight. They used to do Sunday night movies, too, at the Spectrum. That might have been a Sunday night movie. It'd be like Sunday night at like 8 or 9 o'clock. They'd show like classic movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably when nobody was really going to see the new releases.
Yeah.
Shit. I can't imagine Sunday night is very popular for
Was it
movies.
in the summertime? It might have been. Well, no, it couldn't have been because it catered to SUNY students, so it would have had to have been like in the fall and like stuff like that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Fucking dead ass of winter. Several actors had inadvertently been stabbed or thrown into objects during production.
Oh, Jesus.
Again, going back to the fact that they had no stunt doubles, they had no stunt coordinators. Like,
you see her poking through,
yeah,
poking through the spandex when she's grabbing the pencil.
yeah,
With the spandex, the latex. There we go.
yeah. Like things like that, they do bother me. But then,
Oh, this was gnarly. And she
stabbed right in the ankle. The twist is the part that bothers you.
Oh, yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
One of the sketches in the Book of the Dead comes from William Blake's painting, The Great Red Dragon, and the Woman Clothed with the Sun.
Yes. Yeah, it's the behind the shot of the dragon. Like you see his arm and like the wing.
Yeah.
They show it like for a second, like it's a sketch in the book.
Yeah. I love the artwork that they put into that book through the entire series.
I love that painting. That's an awesome painting, The Great Red Dragon.
Oh, yeah. William Blake's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing painter. Bruce Campbell received numerous injuries during the making of this film. A notable one caught on film is the scene where a possessed Cheryl's hand bursts through the cabin floor to seize Ash by the face. A trickle of Campbell's actual blood runs down his head as the actor was gashed in the head by the puppeteer in the floor who blindly grabbed for Campbell. Yeah. Sam Raimi owes this guy, like, so much.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's in every Raimi movie.
Yeah.
Like he's,
Pretty much.
he owes it to him.
To accommodate Sam Raimi's style of direction, several elaborate, low-budget rigs had to be built since the crew could not afford a camera dolly. One involved a Vasocam, V-A-S-O-C-A-M, which relied on a mounted camera that was slid down along wood platforms to create more fluid sense of motion. It'd be helpful if I could read.
Reading is fundamental, as
Yeah.
the 80s PSA campaign.
Sure is. I can do it. I can read. Reading out loud, never been my strong suit.
We'll say that was torture, like growing up in school when they made you read out loud.
So bad.
Yeah.
You'd be sweating
hated
bullets.
that. Yeah.
Did you have one of those teachers where it was like the worst readers got to read the most because they needed the practice?
Luckily, I was not one of those worst readers.
That was pretty bad. Ash's car is a 1973 Oldsmobile Delta 88 holiday sedan.
Yeah, which it shows up in most Sam Raimi movies.
I'm pretty sure every. Maybe not every.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it in Doctor Strange. That's why I didn't say every.
It was Sam Raimi's personal car and also his signature car. He's had a 73 Delta 88 in every movie he's made, including his Western. But this is old, so it might not be.
Yeah, in Quick and the Dead, they actually like put wood on it to make it look like a wagon.
Yeah.
So like technically it's in the movie, but it just looks like a stagecoach.
Yeah. Oh, man, they have a name for it too. Is it the Classic?
Possibly.
Or it's something.
Cutlass Classic Station Wagon was the first car I ever drove.
Yeah. Station wagon. I wouldn't mind getting like a Woody wagon.
It was. This thing was solid. Like,
Oh yeah, the old ones you can't kill them.
I think it was like a 78.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It was definitely older than me. I know that.
Yeah. During the scene where the possessed Linda attempts to stab Ash with the dagger, Betsy Baker actually had no idea where he was. With her heavy white contact lenses preventing her from seeing Bruce Campbell, he was literally battling a blind actress. Yeah, those like milky...
He's actually fighting her off.
Yeah, those milky white contact lenses, they were like super cheap, so they were like thick as shit.
Yeah, you can't see
So
shit
they
out
couldn't
of
see a goddamn thing.
All right, well, moving on.
Yeah,
to
that's trivia.
the better known as, which really not a lot to work with this week.
It's Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Ethan Cohen.
We will start off with our director, Sam Raimi. You might be familiar with some of his projects.
If you're not, you just don't watch movies.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the Evil Dead franchise, which is, legendary horror. Is producing. Legendary horror franchise. He has the Spider-Man movies. The first three
Yeah.
the first two are awesome. We won't talk about Spider-Man 3, but I mean, again, legendary franchise.
Yep.
He has, great one-off movies. He has Drag Me to Hell. He has Simple Plan with Billy Bob Thornton and Bill Paxton. No.
Quick and the Dead.
Bill Pullman. No, Bill Paxton. Same guy. It is Bill Paxton, though.
That might be our next sticker. Yeah. Something about the Pullman Paxton connection.
Wait, it's Bill Paxton. No, wait, Pullman. Paxton. I think that's going to be the sticker. Let's see.
He's doing the King Killer Chronicle.
Yes, that is in pre-production right now. No release on that.
Oh, that's great, too, because that's another series of books that has no ending because he won't finish the fucking series.
A George R.R. Martin special?
Yeah, it's... what the fuck's his name? Jesus Christ. Patrick Rothfuss.
Yeah, I've heard that name before.
Yeah, so it was The Name of the Wind is the first book, and then... Oh boy, I can't remember the name of the second book. I have it, but it's yeah. I
was going to say people just need to accept at this point that they're never going to see the end of the Game of Thrones.
Not written by George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, no. The man is old and fat.
Yeah,
two things that do not go.
The recipe is not good.
Yeah,
I don't want it to happen, but I'm a realist.
Yeah. I mentioned he just directed Doctor Strange, aside from the Spider-Man movies, which is visually just an amazing movie. I really enjoyed that movie. As with any comic book movie, you have your fanboys who just want to be trolls and assholes and hate on it. There's a great meme that was out when the movie came out. It's the Trojan horse template meme where somebody's wheeling up a giant Trojan horse to a gate, and it said, the guy says Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
And then I think the horse says Doctor Strange, and then inside it says Evil Dead 4. Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it, but I have yet to hear anybody really complain about it.
I really like that movie.
My kids watched it.
Yeah. It's on Disney Plus right now.
Yeah.
Let's see. He directed Oz the Great and Powerful a couple of years back, which was it was all right. Another visually really incredible movie. The Spider-Man movies. Spider-Man 2 is arguably one of the greatest comic book movies ever made. That's right up there with Superman, I would say, in the conversation of greatest comic book movies.
Yeah. Sin City.
Yeah. The Quick and the Dead.
Actually, one of the greatest comic book movies, not for quality of any kind.
Enjoyableness.
Right
up my alleyness.
But right up my alleyness, The Crow.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about Sin City still, but yeah. The Crow
also. No. Sin City was fucking phenomenal all the way around.
The Crow, yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Let's see. I never saw For Love of the Game. That was his baseball movie.
I haven't either.
Yeah. Darkman.
I've seen Darkman a shitload.
Yeah, that's an enjoyable, kind of slapsticky action movie with Liam Neeson.
I think that one's less slapsticky than you might think.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen. I do remember a little bit of. It's not as outright slapsticky as Evil Dead, but I do remember.
It's right up there with The Shadow.
Yeah, okay.
It's that kind of vibe.
I always catch the end of it whenever it's on TV. I never get a big chunk of it. Let's see, any other major things that we're leaving out? I think might be the major stuff, because before Evil Dead, it's kind of shorts and stuff that he did himself. Quick and the Dead, it was on the other day. I love that movie so much.
Yeah.
Just
for no reason.
Yeah. Kind of a campy Western.
It's
so good.
It's popcorn.
Everybody is in this movie. You have Leonardo DiCaprio, Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, Lance Hendrickson, Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
I know I'm forgetting people, I'm sure.
Keith David,
yeah. Is David Carradine in it? No.
No. That might be it for the big ones.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Bruce Campbell, our leading man. Another just incredible, like, just so many legendary things he's been in. Aside from the Evil Dead movies, probably one of the better horror movies of the last 20 some odd years. I'm going to say, Bubba Hotep.
So good. So
That's
fun.
Probably older than 20 years at this point. Nope,
2002.
Okay.
20 years.
Exactly 20.
That doesn't feel good.
Yeah. I thought it was like 98, 99 for a second. I remember seeing that when it came out in the movie theaters. That was another, we had to go to the Spectrum to see it.
I bought it on DVD as soon as I could.
Let's see. Lodge 49 was a really good series. It was on AMC a couple of years back. Wyatt Russell was the star. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's son. It was kind of like a weird, kind of stonery like show about this like not like an Elks Lodge. It was like a generic like lodge and like just weird shit that was going on in there, and it was a fun show.
Okay.
I think it lasted 2 seasons. Let's see. He of course, aside from the movies, also did the Ash vs. Evil Dead series.
Yep.
Let's see. He's also in all of the Spider-Man movies, all 3. He played Ronald Reagan in one of the seasons of Fargo. I forgot about that.
I can see that. Yeah.
Did a lot of one-offs on TV, The Librarian.
I watched
Psych,
a
Notice.
lot of Burn Notice.
He's in like 111 episodes.
He's the main character.
No shit.
Yeah. They actually gave his character a spin-off movie.
Really?
Yeah. Man, you want to talk about a show that started off great and then just went downhill after the first like 3 seasons? Squeal tell you.
He did voice work for all of the Amazing Spider-Man, the Spider-Man video games, the movie tie-ins. He did some voices. He did a voice in Cars 2. The Fall of Sam X.
Yeah.
Burn Notice TV movie. The Replacements TV series. That's not based on the movie, is it?
No.
No, it is not.
That's a
That's
cartoon.
I think there is a Replacements TV show coming out, though, based on the movie.
Like the Keanu Reeves replacements?
That's an enjoyable movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
I don't want a TV show about it.
Could be good. Have faith.
No. He did the voice of Lobster Johnson in a Hellboy video game? Are you fucking kidding me?
That's awesome. Character from the Hellboy BPRD universe.
Oh, My Name is Bruce. That's good.
As the movie, like, based on his book, right?
No.
Well, it was the same name as his book, isn't it?
No.
All right, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about then.
My Name is Bruce is a movie about him playing himself, but there's like an actual like alien invasion or something happening. So people keep coming to him thinking that like he is his characters and shit.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm just an actor.
He was in the movie Sky High, which I hear a lot about.
Maybe he had a third book. I only remember the 2.
For some reason, I thought like that it shared I knew it wasn't based on the book, but it just shared the name with it.
Yeah,
for some
because
reason.
he had a real autobiography, which was
If Chins Could Kill.
Chins Could Kill, Confessions of a B-Movie Actor.
And what was the second one?
Make Love the Bruce Campbell Way, which was a fake autobiography about being in a Reese Witherspoon romantic comedy.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see. Bruce Campbell books.
It was great though because he the second one, Make Love the Bruce Campbell Way.
Hail to the Chin is another one.
Okay. Like he
The Cool Side of My Pillow.
Weird.
A book of essays.
He completely made up a movie that he was going to be in, the situation, the script, the plot points, all this kind of shit. Fake emails between him and his manager and his agents and the directors and shit. Like, it was really funny.
Oh, hey, yeah, my segment still.
The Man with the Screaming Brain.
Let's see. Spider-Man, we mentioned. The Lady Killers, is that the Coen Brothers movie? Probably.
Yeah, I think it is. 2004 sounds like it.
Yeah, it's an underrated movie. I think it's very weird. I think it's like the Coen brothers like trying to cash in and like just kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Not one of their best, but I still like it. It's a very black comedy.
Like Friday?
Not that kind of. But
Bad jokes are bad. Jack of all trades.
he did a lot of voice work for the Evil Dead video games. Yeah, Jack of all trades, a syndicated show. He has Hercules and Xena Bingo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kieran.
Well, he directed a shitload of those.
He was
and-
also in a bunch of.
Yeah.
I forgot he was in the From Dusk Till Dawn sequel, which I. Oh yeah. No, I thought it's a video game. No, in the movie, which was not good.
Still haven't seen it.
Yeah, don't bother.
Oh, wow. He was in the Time Cop TV series.
He was in the Ellen TV series back in the 90s. Oh, the Surgeon General of Beverly Hills and Escape from LA, where he has all the plastic surgery
Yeah.
like, face, all
Yep.
the prosthetics. That is not a great movie, but that's an awesome movie.
I love that movie. You notice how I didn't argue its greatness?
Yeah.
Or it's quality. No.
I forgot he has a very small part in the movie Congo, which I enjoy that movie about killer gorillas,
Oh, he was in The Quick and the Dead. Of course he was.
deleted scenes. He is on the show that we mentioned a lot on the show despite the fact it only has 27 episodes.
Yeah.
The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.
So fun.
It was him and the dude who played Shonuff in The Last Dragon.
Yep. And Billy Drago.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Billy Drago was the villain. Show enough.
Army of Darkness. That movie is 30 years old.
Yeah.
That was a Back of the Comic Book movies also. Back of the Comic Books movie also.
Oh, Sundown, The Vampire in Retreat. That movie is not great. I don't know if you've seen
Cop
that.
and Maniac Cop 2.
Yep. He also did voice work in a video game called oh Jesus. This is the part where my memory fails me.
He was in a lot of shorts throughout. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
He was in a lot of shorts throughout the 70s.
Well, the 70s were hot, so nobody wanted to wear long pants.
But you're on fire tonight, man.
Yeah. If only.
Sorry, you were saying.
Shit, I can't remember the name of this video game. But it was like a space flight simulator. And he voiced the main character in it. And I only know it was a thing because it was in the demo for it was on the disc for Delta Force 2. I don't know if you ever played Delta Force 2.
No. I think about the Chuck Norris movie.
No. Like old school first person shooter game. Yeah. What the hell was that game called?
Ooh, I am parched.
Are you?
While you're working on that,
I am going to do this.
yeah, I'm going to continue right along. Ellen Sandweiss. She played Ash's sister Cheryl, who had the unfortunate run-in with the tree. She is in a lot of the Evil Dead properties. She is in. She just voices in the video game. She shows up in the TV series for a couple of episodes. She does a voice in the remake of Evil Dead. Bruce Campbell also, I believe, shows up in that, like, very, very briefly. Everybody is also pretty much in this movie. Who's in this movie is also in Oz the Great and Powerful, as was Bruce Campbell and Margaret Sandweiss. Is that her name? Ellen Sandweiss.
Ellen. The game was called Tachyon, The Fringe.
Oh, okay. She was in My Name is Bruce in 2007. She takes a little bit of a break from acting after this movie in 1981. Her next credit is in 2006.
Damn.
Yeah, a movie called Speedbag. And really before, this was her first like movie. Everything before this was shorts.
Yeah. Oh, she was in Within the Woods. That was like the precursor to this.
Yeah, a Sam Raimi movie. Short movie that he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on. Richard DeManincore. I believe he was Scotty. Scott, yeah.
Scott.
Scotty, he also does same thing, shows up in a lot of the only in this one, and then he shows as a voice in the game that just came out, which I hear is good. I haven't played it.
Yeah, I've only played one Evil Dead game, and I did not like it because it had those old school Resident Evil tank controls.
Yeah.
And if your game has that, I don't want to fucking play it.
I don't want.
I just got the original Resident Evil Dead, Resident Evil Dead. Yep,
Resident Evil Dead.
Resident Evil, the remastered edition that they put on Steam, because it's got like regular character controls now, so I'll actually play it.
Okay. He was in a short movie in 2013 called Bongfly. Interesting.
Bongfly, ladies and gentlemen.
Bongfly. Betsy Baker. I believe she was Linda. Yeah, Linda.
Yep.
She actually is in a lot of stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, over the years. A lot of one-offs. Again, doing voices for the video games.
There she is.
Yep. Showing up on TV here.
With her weird
Deadeye,
Deadeye doll makeup.
She was just recently in Bosch Legacy. I think it's on Amazon Prime series, maybe.
I think so.
Yeah,
Prime or Hulu?
Showtime? Yeah, I don't know. She was in the Lucifer TV series. She's in a couple episodes of The Conners, NCIS, a lot of one-off TV, if I remember correctly. Superstore, Why Women Kill, Shameless, The Orville. She was on an episode of This Is Us.
Aren't they changed? Like, somebody bought the Orville.
I think they're on Hulu now.
They're going to change the title of the show.
Oh, really?
I think.
Huh. What else? You're the Worst. I'm Dying Up Here. They did a short, I guess, with her character, Aunt Linda's Bake Off. Ash vs.
Jesus.
Tie into the TV show. She was in Baskets with Zach Galifianakis and Louis Anderson. She was in an episode of American Horror Story. Grey's Anatomy, Ray Donovan. A lot of TV. She was in the Rush Hour TV series.
Good TV though.
Yeah, like big, like known stuff. Young and the Restless and Days of Our Lives. She was in The New Girl, True Blood, The Middle. A lot of like networks, like well-known stuff. Oz the Great and Powerful again.
Yeah,
like everybody in this movie is in Oz.
I think so. Raimi just likes to cast his friends.
Yeah, she was in ER. And that's really it for the big stuff. Aside from Evil Dead.
Tim and Eric.
Oh, yeah, Tim and Eric in 2007. Used to watch a lot of Tim and Eric. I haven't seen any of their new stuff. I heard their most recent movie was great.
Yeah. I watched Tom Goes to the Mayor.
Yeah, I didn't watch
that was pretty much it.
We used to watch Tim and Eric Awesome Show religiously.
Oh, really?
My cousin and I, one Halloween, were like this close to dressing up as the Beaver Boys. Fucking shrimp and white wine. Shrimp, white wine. They're like Swedish rappers. And they would just end up throwing up from the shrimp and white wine. That's fucking
gross. Oh, I think this is the scene where he gets actually cut.
Yeah, he's peering through the door, the trap door.
Who's in my fruit cellar? Oh, that was the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where's he bleeding? Looking for the blood. Where is it?
Right there on the side of his head.
Oh, that's nothing.
That's like a shaving nick.
Yeah.
Moving on. Teresa Tilly.
I am a non-shaving Nick.
But you are fucking killing it tonight, man.
Shut up, Dad.
Same as everybody else. Voices in the Evil Dead video game. Aside from that, anything big? Oz the Great and Powerful, of course. A lot of them show up in this Dangerous Women TV show also.
What is that? Is that
I have no clue. She was on 6 Feet Under on HBO. And that's really it, aside from The Evil Dead. She also takes a bit of a break from acting. Looks like only 9 years, though. 81 to 90.
what was funny was what the hell was her name? Betty. No, the one right before her. Her. What the hell's her name?
Betsy something.
Yeah, Betsy. We were only just talking about her. BB. Betsy Baker.
Betsy Baker, there you go.
Her credits start here, and then she does one thing in 90, and then 2006.
Yeah, another big break. Yeah, from acting.
Yeah, but then after that, she's like all over it.
Yeah, multiple things every year. Well, she took 2008 off, but then
I wonder if she was raising kids or something.
Yeah, probably.
It's like a 16-year break, and getting back to it.
I did her already. We were on Ted Raimi. Ted Raimi, brother of Sam Raimi, officially that guy in a lot of movies. Like you've seen him in a lot of stuff.
You've seen him in everything that Sam Raimi directs.
Yeah. He's in all the Spider-Man movies. He's in an episode of Creepshow. It looks like recently. Probably going to guess directed by Sam Raimi.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think he does do stuff on his own though. So.
Yeah, I don't want to imply that he's riding his brother's coattails because he does a lot of stuff on his own.
Yeah. I think he's also started directing and producing stuff too.
Oh, good for him. He's in the Ash vs. Evil Dead TV series. Oz the Great and Powerful. Surprise, surprise.
Your Dungeon, My Dragon. I am intrigued.
He's in Drag Me to Hell. He's in the Supernatural TV series. He's in the Code Monkeys cartoon. That was way back in the day on G4.
Yeah, that was
2007, 2008.
Yeah, that was at the height of their power.
Yeah.
Shortly after that,
original programming.
Yeah, shortly after that came out, though, they were like, "Nah, it's gone downhill."
Yeah, I think 2012 is when they went away.
Yeah, I don't know. When did they turn into the network that only had Cops,
and American Ninja Warrior,
and Attack of the Show?
Or not even American Ninja Warrior, just Ninja Warrior.
Yeah,
it was the reruns of the Japanese one.
Yeah, that's right.
Show and X-Play, which is back now, and I enjoy both of those programs thoroughly.
I don't think X-Play was on at the end. I think the only original show they had was Attack of the Show.
Because I think everybody was gone at that point.
Yeah.
Adam Sessler was gone. Morgan Webb was gone.
Yep.
I don't remember anybody else from that show.
No, that's all it was.
Yeah.
It was just them. I mean, they would have an occasional guest or something like that.
And even Attack of the Show at that point, it was Kevin Pereira gone at that point?
I think he wrote it all the way to the end.
No, he was gone for the last year, I think, because they had guest hosts.
Oh, really?
It would be, and I remember Matt Myra from The Nerdist was on for a while.
Yeah.
He was hosting for a bit. It was
because Kevin Pereira went to that dumbass fucking show. What the hell was it on? It was on True TV or something.
Oh.
It was Life Hacks.
Yes, yeah. He talks about that every now and again.
So bad.
He also did his own podcast for a while too. I remember I listened to that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He's back doing the new Attack of the Show, which I really do enjoy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anything else Ted Raimi we should mention? We're still only up to 2005. CSI, he was on New York. Sorry, CSI New York.
Oh, he's in The Grudge.
Yeah, he is in The Grudge. I mentioned all the Spider-Man movies. He also has Xena and Hercules Bingo, appearing in both of those shows.
Nice.
He was even in the animated movie of Hina. Hercules and Xena.
I didn't know there was an animated movie.
Yeah, that's news to me. He was in the Wishmaster.
Mm-hmm.
American Gothic TV series. He was in the Sequest 2032 TV series with Star Trek Underwater. We mentioned a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
With Captain Roy Scheider. Maniac Cop 3.
Oof.
They just switched out Bruce Campbell for Ted Raimi.
Yep.
Army of Darkness. He was in the Baywatch TV series, the original one.
He's in Candyman.
That's right, he's in Candyman.
Billy. Who the fuck was Billy?
I think he was one of the people at the college that she worked at.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Or maybe one of those dinner guests.
Yeah, he was in Twin Peaks, the original, back in 1991.
That was one season of an amazing show.
He was in the Alf TV series in 1989. Alien Nation, the series, also 89. Is this The Shocker, or is this something different from the... Nope, it is the Wes Craven Shocker.
Yep.
He was in that.
That movie had a soundtrack that took off.
There we go, Shocker. Not The Shocker, not the two in the pink, one in the stink.
Blood Rage as condom salesman.
Evil Dead 2. And aside from the first Evil Dead, that's really it.
Oh, yeah. He was Henrietta when she was possessed. So you remember in the second one when she gets Henrietta comes up out of the basement, out of the fruit cellar, and she's all like blown up and flying.
Yes.
It's Ted Raimi in that.
And that will do it for the Better Known As segment.
Yeah. Short but sweet.
Yeah. And there's really not a lot of the cast in this movie. There's only like half a dozen people. Well, there's 5 people, and then like various people who played like creatures in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in the facts it said there were 13 people on the crew total.
Yeah.
Which is very lean.
Hooah! Man,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, like, this is such an awesome series, and like, each of the movies is completely different.
Yeah, you're getting a different thing every time.
This is straight up horror. Evil Dead 2 is horror comedy, and then Army of Darkness is like adventure comedy.
Yeah.
Like fantasy adventure. Like,
Yeah. A little bit of horror.
Yeah.
But that's just in like how kind of creepy everything looked.
Yeah.
Like nothing was like terrible. It's like I don't know, The Princess Bride on acid.
Yeah.
How many of the video games have you played?
I think I played A Fistful of Boomstick, and that might have been about it.
So the one that was on Dreamcast?
Whatever the one that was on the first PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or maybe PS2. I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, they've been making video games in that for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Though I do hear the latest one is good, so maybe I'll check it out.
But yeah, I mean, I recommend this movie. I recommend the whole series, obviously. And if you enjoy it, I even recommend Ash vs. Evil Dead.
The first 2 seasons, yeah. Yep.
What was the third season about? It was he goes back to his hometown. Or was it the second season? I don't remember.
I think he goes back to his hometown in the 3rd season.
It's the one with like Lee Majors and he plays his dad.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I just remember the quality of the show peaking in like the 2nd episode. I mean, the first, I think that's unfair. The first season was really, really good, but it was just so over the top.
Yeah.
Like, was the first season the one that had the neo-Nazis in it?
I don't remember.
Or maybe they weren't neo-Nazis, but the fucking it was like it's basically like a cult, and they had or like a militia. Maybe it was a militia.
Yes-ish. If I really don't remember. I know I've seen the whole series.
Yeah.
I can't remember a damn thing about it.
I think it was the 3rd season had the giant like stuffed teddy bear thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Nope. Don't want it. Do you remember the promo photos for this movie?
No.
It was weird. It was like him on a soundstage, like holding like a double barrel shotgun, and yeah, it was fucking.
That's odd.
Yeah, it was like some weird sunset thing behind him. Let's see if I can find him. But like, it was shit that just like didn't make sense because it wasn't in the movie.
Oh, like when she's clawing at his leg.
Yeah, it's brutal.
And at the end, like Scott is like gnawing on his leg also, like his calf.
I want to say for Army of Darkness, they actually had a diagram of all the injuries he would have sustained in the first and second movies, and then reapplied them to him.
Yeah.
And
well, yeah, I mean, Army of Darkness is straight after the end of Evil Dead 2.
yeah. But what's funny is, like, in that universe, like, this one, I don't think happened.
I have seen it.
Yeah. They're so tacky.
Yeah, I don't remember if they make any mention of him going. Well, no, because in the show, like Cheryl, like her being dead is like a thing.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of the things, like one of the issues with his dad.
So it is one continuous timeline?
I believe so. I believe the story is like for some reason he goes back to the cabin. Which, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, no, it would have to be the same fucking cabin, because it was the same archaeologist on the tape,
Yeah.
and I don't think he brought the tape with him.
No, he burned the original book.
Yeah, that's got to be a separate timeline, and then they just jammed it together for the show.
Yeah.
Not
maybe.
even timeline, like it's just like a completely different world.
Yeah. Yeah, they might have just said fuck continuity for the show. Like,
Yeah,
just included it anyway.
sons of bitches. Neurotic people like me pick up on that.
Has anybody ever actually watched an episode of Let's Make a Deal in any of its iterations?
Old people.
Yeah, I don't even understand the point of the game show. Well, besides from making a deal, but like...
I want to say it's like you can have what's behind the door number. No, it's not door
That is
number
where
one.
that comes from, yeah.
Door number 1, door number 2, door number 3.
Is that the whole thing? You're just picking shit from doors? Like,
I think it's like the premise is weird. It's like he'll give you a thing where you can pick one of the doors, and then you pick the first, whatever the first door you pick. You can either stay with that or move on to the next door. But the whole thing is like
wasn't it
people dress in fucking weird costumes. And,
yeah. Isn't there like money involved though? Like, doesn't they have
Yeah.
to, like they get money where they can like pay to like go on to the next thing? Or
I don't know.
like, I've never seen a
I
single
am not a
episode.
person in my 70s.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like the same people that watch that now are the same people that watched it when it was like originally on.
On in the 70s.
Yeah.
So we can't watch movies with commercials in them. We get distracted way too easily.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I want to watch some old school Iron Chef now too.
Yeah. Not the Food Network version. The version where, like, pretty sure if you lost, you had to commit, like, Harry Canary.
Yeah, like they just chopped you up in the back. Like you became the next week's entree.
Yeah.
I will say I've been to the Chef Morimoto restaurant at in Disney.
Yeah?
Awesome.
That was the host of the original Japanese, right?
No, he was one of the Iron Chefs.
Oh, okay.
I think the Japanese one, Morimoto. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I would
Japanese
think
one.
so.
Yeah. Multiple symbols
I
is
think
Japanese.
Yeah.
Multiple syllables, not symbols. Holy Lord.
Yeah. Yep. That's a Japanese name.
Yeah.
It would always fucking throw me off, and it was like chef, like Morimoto or whatever, and it's French chef. Like,
Yeah.
wait a minute,
Time out.
whoa,
Yeah.
hang on. Of course, I was like 10, and I didn't understand that. Like, they just went to school for French cuisine. Like, anybody can do it.
You can be Asian and learn how to cook French.
Yeah. This doesn't seem right. I don't think I'm racist.
No, it is everyone else who is racist, not me.
The world is wrong.
Yeah.
So that scene, he actually shot a dummy with a real fucking shotgun.
Jesus.
Yeah. I want to say it was his brother's shotgun, too. Can you imagine going through life as, like, John Campbell, Bruce Campbell's brother?
Anybody ever tell you look a little bit like Bruce Campbell?
Fuck you.
Yes.
So bad. He is so haggard by the end of this movie.
Yeah.
Is this the scene you were talking about? Like, where he was running through that hallway?
Yeah, because I remember him moving through a hallway when they showed it.
Yeah, that might have been stage. Yeah. Oh, so I was talking about the 3 stages that they used, and I didn't put that in the trivia. The cabin, like the upstairs cabin part, that was a real cabin in Tennessee that they found. That didn't have a basement, so they rented another place that had a basement. And then that back room in the basement was actually Sam Raimi's garage.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe that was what they were talking about then.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think they were allowed to do too much to the cabin. I know that they actually built the fireplace that they used in it. So then the cabin wound up like burning down a couple years later.
Too. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where it gets a little, like, where you can see where it's going to go in the next movie, like the kind of just craziness off the rails.
Yeah, it goes completely off the rails over the top. You know, like all the
pipe
blood
breaking, yeah. Blood oozing from the sockets.
Yeah. I loved that scene where the blood fills up in the light bulb.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just so weird.
The stop motion record player.
Yeah. That I probably could have done without.
Yeah.
Like, the stop motion works in the second one. Doesn't work so much in this one.
That's a cool effect. The blood on the camera lens.
Oh, yeah. Yep. When did this podcast devolve into people listening to us watch movies?
Probably around when we got lazy.
That's well,
like first or second episode.
Sorry, guys. Just watch the movies along with us, and you'll be in the know.
Just don't watch Morbius.
No, watch Morbius while we watch Morbius. That's it.
For like the 2 times that we reference it.
Yeah. When we talk about how bad it is. Still not over it. I think I have trauma from that.
I am so glad I never have to watch that piece of shit again.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think that's going to do it.
Yeah, I got nothing else. I really wanted to stop and go grab more beer.
Listen, this movie fucking rules.
Yeah.
It's not the most top-notch quality effects or story or acting or anything like that, but it is so good for what it is.
Yeah,
like,
if you're just in the mood for an awesome horror movie.
It's a grimy, gritty. It's like, this is a grindhouse movie, basically.
Yeah.
It's just got character. Like, they don't make movies with character anymore. This is the part where old man yells at clouds. Like, there's no vibe like this anymore. And I think that's because independent movies aren't really getting that much, like, distribution. So nobody's really seeing them. So people aren't making them as low budget as they can.
Well, that's your movie making is down to like a spectrum. Well, not even a spectrum. It's 2 ends of the spectrum now. You have your giant tentpole movies,
yeah,
and then you have independent movies. You don't have the middle range anymore.
Yeah,
you have low budget and you have big. That's all there's room for anymore.
Pretty much.
And even the low budget movies only play in like certain movie houses, like your Spectrums and your independent movie theaters.
Like this got a release. Like they released this worldwide.
Yeah.
Which didn't do too much for Bruce Campbell because, like, after this, he was like a security guard in a fucking department store or something.
He really did shop at S-Mart.
Yeah.
Work at S-Mart.
Shop smart.
Shop S-Mart.
Oh, God.
All right, folks. We'll throw the socials at you.
Yeah,
We
will.
now need to find a new home for the sign, courtesy
do.
of the third monitor. It just took its home.
That's right. We'll hang it somewhere. It's
Yeah.
fine. If you want to find our website, you can do that because it is www.bigdumbmonsterspodcast.com or www.bigdumbmonsters.com. Either one works, takes you to the same website. Send us emails. Send us recommendations for shows. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. You've got beer suggestions. We'd love to hear them. Anything. You want to get in touch, that's fine. We just like hearing from people. Send us emails at bigdumbmonsters@gmail.com. Again, if you just want to get in contact, talk to us, it's fine. On Twitter, at dumb_monsters. We're on Facebook, Big Dumb Monsters Pod. All these places are really good to get a hold of us. We're on Slasher, Big Dumb Monsters Podcast. We're also on Instagram. Where are
Yes,
we
we
on
are.
Instagram?
On Instagram, you can find us at big_dumb_monsters. And you can also check out the show on YouTube at the Big Dumb Monsters channel.
Excellent.
Which I mentioned last week. I just newly redesigned. Looks all kinds of professional and snazzy.
Fucking weird.
Yeah, check it out. It is pretty damn sharp.
Yeah, do that. But what we don't want you to do is let ghoulies eat your ass.
Yes, and don't sleep in a deathbed. And I'm going to add a third thing. Don't watch Morbius. Ever.
No, don't. Your mortal soul depends on it.
Yeah, unless you just hate yourself and just like, how do I make myself feel worse?
Yeah.
Then by all means, throw on Morbius.
Yep. At least you'll feel better knowing that you didn't make that movie.
Yeah, and you had nothing to do with it.
Okay, we're going to get the hell out of here. We're going to drink some beer and watch some TV.
Hell yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.